For example, what you were saying about that, what's going on right now globally, larger countries are footing the bill for smaller countries with humongous interest rates, whether it be a war, whether it be like China is doing in Africa. Yeah, we'll give you billions, but you got to let us start companies in your countries. And those billions that we gave you, we want it back with interest. Mm-hmm. Same thing here in certain countries in South America. They do the exact same thing. They give them the money, but then they want that money back. Larger countries want that back in billions. But you're never told that in the United States. You think that, oh, man, it's all about the war. No, it's all about funding one country and making money off of their situation, their plight, in other words. Go ahead, babe.
No. I just here reading the comment section here too on my phone. Shopping in the U.S. overall has become a depressing experience. I keep wondering how high the prices are going to keep going. Exactly. That's, that we didn't go to a grocery store in London. We didn't. I think we didn't, right, babe? No, we didn't, babe. No, we didn't. We didn't.
We went to shopping centers.
Yeah.
We went to the malls.
At the airport, we saw, the sandwiches are really great. The sandwiches save us too much.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But yeah, back to the topic. Yeah.
Yeah, I could agree with that. The Biden problem was that he and his handlers were dishonest about the M issue. And too far, he said, and too many U.S. citizens and veterans were homeless. That's the part that got me, that they just didn't. They let you know that they could take care of Americans with American dollars if they want to, because when the M people came, they took care of them in weeks. They made sure they had vouchers. They made sure they had homes. They made sure their kids got in school. They made sure they had medical services. They made sure the M people were taken care of. That was proof to us that if our government really wanted to step up their game, they could. They actually could. He said, Dre, would it be cool if we come to Colombia, 2 O's? I appreciate that. Without showing our, you don't got to do the check meg anymore. So the check meg, you got to show your passport, of course. That's obvious.
Oh yeah, obviously.
You got to show your passport just to get out the United States. That's any country. But you don't have to do the check meg anymore, Twan. The check meg ended like a few months ago. It was wild. So you don't have to do that anymore. And that was just set up for during the time period of COVID, but now you don't need to do it. He said, I agree regarding the supply chain issue. That's forgivable. Not talking about that. He said, I'm referring to all of the other things that he did to make this world unsafe and printing money like crazy. Yes, they did. They caused major inflation. Just printing out money, and then the Fed's trying to control it by raising interest rates higher and higher and higher, making it hard for businesses to hire people, because businesses were getting loans from banks to hire employees. Well, with high interest rates, the businesses couldn't get the level of loans that they normally would get, which means that they couldn't hire you or even give you the amount of the business that you work for, couldn't either hire you or they couldn't give you the raise that you deserve to get, because they didn't have the money, because the banks weren't getting the money, because the Fed were raising the interest rates. Mm-hmm. And those corporations that could afford those interest rates, it was no problem. So I agree with you in regards to that. They were printing money like crazy. Absolutely.
You're like cute. A radio, how do you say?
DJ or host?
Yeah, host. Yeah, exactly.
He said Biden definitely run the economy into the ground. Yeah. Hey, like Cat Williams said, y'all elected Paw. Y'all knew Paw was 70, almost going on 80 plus years old. Yeah, I knew Paw was gonna be in his 90s.
How how
Like,
how how old is Biden?
how old is Biden, guys? Let us know in the comment section. How old is Biden?
Joe Biden. I know that Trump is 78.
I think Biden is 80, 82,
81.
83, 80, oh, 81.
81.
80. Yeah, I knew Paul was 91 years
Right.
old.
But he's 81. What do you expect?
Paul said, I'm gonna give you a stimulus check, and then everybody voted for him. And then he reneged and said, well, I'm gonna give you part of a stimulus check.
I remember the stimulus check.
I'll give you part of a stimulus check. I got my stimulus checks.
Yeah, he got his stimulus check.
Colombia stimulus checks. Bruh. Colombia got stimulus checks. You could be like Andrea, just a person with an education, employment, and all that. You can get a stimulus check. Like everybody got a stimulus check in the States. Nope. B, in Colombia, you had to prove you were impoverished. C, guess how much the amount of the stimulus check was in Colombia? And they gave it to you in 3-month increments. So they took the one stimulus check and broke it up into 3 months. Guess how much it was? $120. That's all it was.
Yeah, it was so low.
$120 broken up into 3 months is $40 a month. That's what they were doing. You had to prove that you were poor in order to get it. Like you can be the regular poor. You had to be poor.
And they can prove it to your medical service because they can see it.
Yep.
They can see it.
$40 for 3 months.
That's nothing.
Yep, that's crazy. He said, "That's right, Dre. You have to look at the whole globe, whole globe, and not just this place." Or yeah, absolutely correct. Shout out to you, Carl. Shout out to my man Tim Howard in the building as well. TIQS said this. Shout out to you. He said, "That was the last straw for me. It was the last straw." He said, "The current administration was allowing illegals to sleep in nice hotels while my fellow veterans were sleeping on the streets." I could not believe that one. That was so crazy. So sad, so crazy. So sad and so crazy. He said, they did all that just to lose the election extremely bad.
I think one of the things that and I told this to Drake, the camera.
I see. Focus. I don't know why it's doing that.
Okay, there we go. We're not going back. You start to okay. It's because camera, please.
Yeah, seriously. You just want to be a part of the show so bad, camera.
Okay, take this out. Take this out.
Okay, let me take that down.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
It works better. It's because she got Beyonce.
She got J-Lo.
She got Beyonce. Party with Beyonce.
She had Beyonce and J-Lo and
J-Lo.
LeBron.
And all these people that have been involved in, you know what I mean, of the scandal.
Mm-hmm.
It just become worse.
She got all the scandal people, didn't she?
So a lot of people like, okay, J-Lo got the audacity to tell us how to vote right. But she doesn't have the audacity to pick a good husband. Or they say comment section. I'm not saying comment section say it. So I would like how can she tell like us about kids and she was in the middle of a scandal